Boom! What's up, everybody? Newer Kid Y here, letting go and newer. Thanks for tuning in. I'm excited for this one because this one hits close to me. I want to talk about that feeling of you're behind in life. You know, if you feel that feeling, and if you're clicking on this, you probably have, where you have that feeling of like, I'm behind. I get it. I've been there, and I want you to know that you're not behind. You're not. Okay, you're exactly where you need to be, and the fact that you're looking at stuff like this means that you want some sort of spiritual growth or emotional growth, or you want to climb out of wherever you're at, and that in itself is beautiful and amazing. Whatever happened in the past, it happened. It's because of probably patterns that you were living out at that time, 90% of the time. So that's fine. At least now, if you actually want to recognize your patterns and break free of them, kudos to you, and I'm proud of you. I really am. And I want you to first realize that this feeling of you're behind or I'm behind, we all experience it, and it's a destructive feeling. And you have to first recognize that before you can let it go. Because some people use this feeling almost as motivation, and they think it's healthy, and they're like, oh, I'm behind, these people have this, so it's either success or maybe it's relationship and family, and then they're like, oh, I'm behind, I gotta push. That's very destructive. So some people use it as motivation, and they think it's a positive thing, and if that is what you feel, you have to flip the script on that, and you have to see that it's destructive. So at least in that way, you can start recognizing it and start releasing it and letting go. Number two, you have to recognize that this whole feeling of I'm behind in life, it comes from lower emotions, all right? We have it in our body. And when I started this emotional work really deeply in the last 6 months, this was the first thing I let go of. The last couple of years, you know, I'm 38 now. I'm getting older. I've always wanted to start a family. I don't have a partner. I sometimes feel behind in my work as well. I'm a comedian as well. These feelings were coming up constantly. And at the beginning of this year, it was almost paralyzing, where it just really knocked me on my ass, where I was just like, oh, I'm so behind. What's going on? I don't think I can make it work. But it comes from lower energies. And this whole work of this letting go that I'm talking about on this page is we're trying to release those lower energies. And then your natural state, you get up into higher energies of acceptance, of joy, peacefulness, willingness. When you're in these higher energies, you naturally attract stuff to yourself. You naturally have the energy to take action on things that you want to take action on. And you naturally just have like good people come into your life. It's a really beautiful place to be. But it's those lower energies, and a lot of us have these pockets of these lower energies in us that play out. And then we go on social media, which can cause us to compare ourselves with 100 different people. And then this feeling of I'm behind starts growing in us. And a lot of it comes from these suppressed emotions in us. A lot of it is fear that you're not going to hit those artificial timelines we made in our head. Fear, or it's guilt that in the past I didn't make the right decisions, and that's why I'm here right now. I had that a lot too. I was like, oh shit, I'm a comedian. I'm like, I should have listened to my parents. They told me to go and become a doctor. So I had all those fun stuff. And then you have apathy, which is like, it gets dark when you go into this guilt and fear a lot. Those are low energies. But when you engage in these thoughts a lot, you'll go to the even lower to apathy, which is just like a defeatist, what's the worst? When you get into apathy, you start thinking like, well, I'm too old, time's past me. I'm 38. I'm saying that kind of shit in my head to myself. complete stupidity. And when I started doing this letting go work, this was the first layer that shed. And it's probably the first layer that shed because it was something that was happening to me only in the last year or two where it really started getting bad. So this was the first layer that shed, and it was really eye-opening to see how much those thoughts and those emotions were affecting me. And I want you to use this as an opportunity. So next time you have those thoughts of, I'm behind, or if you want to even just go and sit down in a meditation, just sit in silence and kind of start thinking those thoughts of like, I'm behind in life. I wanted this, but I don't have it, blah, blah, blah. Start thinking those thoughts and feel in your body. Feel the energy in your body, because it's going to be linked to different emotions, and you're going to start feeling those emotions moving around in you. You're going to start feeling tension in different parts of your body. Feel it. Let it come up. This is a beautiful opportunity for you to release this deeper emotions in you. And it's great. When you constantly kind of sit back with it and do that practice, over time your nervous system starts to calm down and it starts feeling safe to bring these emotions up. And those are the first kind of emotions you can really release. And once you release them, you feel amazing. And that's how you know a release works, because when the emotion comes up, it's usually, especially this one with I'm behind, it's usually like fear and stuff. And I want you to do this because the whole point of this is to release these emotions and come to a positive energy where you can attract all the stuff you want in your life and get what you need. Because when you're not in that state, when you're in this fear state especially, which I spent a lot of time in that fear, I'm behind, I gotta rush and get these things I've been told I need to get. And when I was doing that in the last couple of years, I ended up just getting into relationships with women who were in that exact fear state. And we were just not right for each other. They're great women, but like, we're just not right for each other. And both of us just did mental gymnastics to try to get around that, of like the actual fact that we're not right for each other, just because we're both in that fear state of like, we're behind and we need to get this done. And it's even in like my comedy. Sometimes when I was in that fear state, I would go and post kind of comedy that was like a little bit more like, I wouldn't say edgy. It's a little bit more kind of like, a little, I guess edgy. I can't think of the exact word, but I was trying to like poke people and like get them to get my stuff to go viral, outrage kind of crap. And it's stupid stuff, and like, you feel bad about it afterwards. And that kind of shit is just not good. So that's why I love this letting go work. Use this I'm behind thing as a way to break free of these emotions. Because like, being able to sit down and feel these emotions and release it, when you get used to doing this practice, you feel so empowered. And that's why I started this channel. And like 6 months ago, I would have felt so behind and would never have started this channel. But now I feel really like a lot of joy and acceptance of my life. And I'm excited about this channel. It's like, I got only a few followers, and it's just like every time I see a few more, I'm like, all right. And people telling me like, hey, I tried that practice you're telling me. I'm like, heck yeah, that's awesome. You're not behind in life. You're exactly where you are. Doing this kind of emotional healing work shows the great character you have. It has its ups and downs, but I'm here with you during that journey. So feel free to ask me any questions. Like and subscribe, guys. See you next video. Peace.